I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Botswana Confederation of Commerce, Industry and Manpower. Within BOCIM, we have a sector which is called Women in Business Association, which was formed by BOCIM. We create a platform for them to share ideas, to network, and also to find ways of how we can grow them. We actually had been doing a lot of work with the Swedish Trade Chamber in Botswana. We look at women, economic empowerment, we look at businesses owned by women. I just jumped to that opportunity. When I took over the job, being the CEO of BOCIM, I had a big ambition to say that I would like to make an impact, empowering or adding value to women-owned businesses. So this was a golden opportunity for me. What I found very powerful also is that she asked me about other associations in the region. Before I even knew, we already had representatives from Namibia. And that is how it really started. I've seen a lot of value add to the organization that I work for directly in terms of the areas that Trade Chamber Sweden has been focusing on. I have seen the benchmarks that we as an organization could actually use in terms of moving forward the agenda of BOCIM. But the benefits that have gone to the Women in Business Association are quite immense. And I think there's still a lot that can actually be done in that respect. But what has happened also as we wrap up the program, where we go as far as Ethiopia, we go as far as Pakistan, Kenya, and bringing all these women together with huge experience in business and sharing on issues of ethics, on issues of corruption, on issues of health. It's a very, very powerful tool, even more powerful than giving a business person money to go and do anything, because business is not about money. Money is an ingredient. Business is about the entrepreneurial competency, the behavior, how you build the resilience, how you build the commitment. And this is all part of it, I believe. I have traveled around the world through my work. I've met a lot of business people, a lot of colleagues in the same industry that I'm in. The trip that took us to St. Petersburg in Russia last year is really the highlights for my own personal growth. We interacted with a lady who presented on the issue of trust, because she was talking about trust from a personal point of view. And I think that is the cornerstone also of building successful businesses, of building women if they want to be successful in business. One of the very, very key competencies of an entrepreneur is being a person of your word, and also making sure that people will trust you when you say you will deliver in 2 days. So it is much bigger than just that. And I found that very, very powerful. As one of the ladies said here today, that the biggest value you can give to a woman in business is to expose them. But if we also expose them to the different countries, both in Africa and in Europe, they can actually visualize, the challenges, they can see the opportunities, and only then you start appreciating the environment that you come from. It gives a different perspective, and it adds more value to the sort of support that this program has been giving. Part of the value addition of the program is creating networks for these women who are running businesses. And once you have built a relationship, you are going to continue with that relationship. Because the idea of growing businesses owned by women should be able to grow them to such an extent that they know what brought them to where they are. And therefore they should build in their businesses resources to allow them to continue with this sort of network. When you look at organizing a partnership program like this, I can imagine it must be very, very challenging, because you are dealing with people from different cultures. You are dealing with people with varied challenges, economically and politically. Because you had instances where you get people who are grassroots, as we would call them, with those who are probably a little bit higher. And therefore the program that is for grassroots will not keep me interested, for instance. And therefore there is need to actually validate, the participation, so that you actually hit on to the point for the people who are attending.